Quarterback of the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Shooter taking a shot deep. Open target. Got it. Her third. From left to right. Sets off. Oh,
Down!
watch him. He's going to step. He's going to go for it. It fell from the sky into air and ice hit.
Experience meets new blood. The big house is rocking on Tuesday night. The number 15 ranked Michigan Wolverines play host to the Oregon Ducks as Big Ten Conference play gets going. My name is Cade Padgett. Joining me in the booth, first time tonight, is Joe Cumberland. Joe, how are we doing? He's a man of many words, ladies and gentlemen. We'll wait and see what's going on as Michigan is going to start with the ball. Deep blue uniforms for the Michigan Wolverines, and senior quarterback Wyndham Carter takes the field first. Carter takes the snap, turns around and hands it to his back, Colin McElroy for 6 yards, sets up a 2nd and 4. The Michigan Wolverines looking to start conference play with a win tonight. Currently standing at 1-2, I believe. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends to the top, 2 receivers to the top. Carter takes the snap, turns around, hands to McElroy. McElroy is zigging and zagging, ends up getting a first down, 8-yard rush. First down, Wolverines. Just outside of the 40-yard line goes Michigan. Drips bunch to the top. Carter takes the snap, fires it to his man quick on an out route. Ace Helper for 7 yards. Michigan going fast. Second and 3. Trips to the bottom of the screen. McElroy behind Carter in a pistol. Carter sends his guy in motion. Takes the snap. Fires it over the middle. Has a man caught inside the 40. Goes C.J. Jones. Michigan looking smooth in this cold, windy night here in Ann Arbor. Carter, 2 already. Receivers to the top of the screen. 1 to the bottom. Back in the pistol. Carter takes the snap. Fires it over the middle. Has a man broken tackle on this. All in the field is Bobby Black. BB for 12 yards. The Wolverines are on the move. Here's to the top. Here's to the backfield. Here's to the bottom of the screen. Carter, play action. Sets his feet. Fires it to the left side. Cracking his toe. C.J. Jones just outside of the goal-to-go situation. 2 catches for 30 yards already. Wyndham Carter, a cool 4-for-4, 49 yards on the first drive. $12 yards left for Pater. 3 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Carter takes the snap, step drops, hangs in the pocket, fires his first down on slant route. Caught in track out. 6-yard gain. Second and 4, just outside of the 5-yard line. The bottom of the screen this time. Carter, 3-step drop, looking for his man on a slant route, fires it on the back of the end zone, was gets pressure and avoided the sack. Two-by-two set. Carter takes the snap, fires it on a screen, and it's a fumble. Covered by McElroy, and McElroy is 8 yards, but Michigan lucky to hold on to that ball. As the Oregon defense stands tall, a little bit of a bend but don't break mentality. It looked like Michigan was primed for a touchdown on that drive by the Ducks as the kick is up and it is missed. Michigan misses a chip shot, and it is Bjorn blew it. Oh my goodness, the name fits. He blew it on that one. Oregon on the 20-yard line going out. He might fresh quarterback Lex Earl. He goes with all number on the option, running right, 8 yards, 2nd and 2.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Second and 2. Top, bottom. Shotgun. Hands off to Roloski. Roloski up the middle. He's got a big lane. Up near the 50, 20 yards goes Roloski.
That makes it 1st and 10.
We know that this Oregon offense goes with Roloski and Odin in the backfield. Roloski last week had 128 yards on the ground with a touchdown on just 7 carries. Earl, play action, fires it for a man on an out route, caught, and he is going down. Number 42, Bob Roberts, one of the best named players in the CFSL, his first catch of the night.
First down.
Going to be a 1st and 10 for Oregon. The Michigan defenders kind of got caught up with the play action. Good hold by Alexa Earl, drawing that fake out. And Bob McRoberts on the out route turned a 2-yard pass into a near 30-yard gain. Back to Earl. Turns around, hits to Roloski. Roloski gets that. I am down his first tackle and PFL of night. Two receivers to the bottom. One to the top. Earl fires it into the sideline. Had no one open. 3rd and 10. A little bit of a bend, don't break mentality for the Michigan defense now. To the top, two to the bottom. Earl takes the snap, fires it into the end zone, and it is Intercepted by Michigan. That was a massive hit. And I'm ecstatic. Like I might have my concept part back with me.
Brock Powers going to be his second interception of the year there for Michigan.
Welcome in, Joe. We're glad you are back. 2-by-2 set. Wyndham Carter turns around, hands to McElroy. McElroy up the middle for 13 yards.
13 more there for McElroy, the sophomore out of Dexter, Iowa. Michigan looking to take advantage of the turnover.
3 receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top. Ocean to a 2-by-2 set. Carter takes the snap. Fires it to his outside man, Bobby Black for 6 yards.
Matthew Nelson Jr. on the coverage there for the Ducks.
3 receivers to the bottom, tight end to the top of the screen. Carter, play action, hangs in the pocket, fires it deep downfield into traffic, and hits the turf. Matthew Nelson on the deflection.
Yeah, good pressure there by the Ducks, and again, Matthew Nelson on the coverage.
And another 3rd and medium coming up for Michigan. 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. And it is broken up again. Mark Quinton King on the deflection, and a punt coming up for Michigan.
Good stop there for the Ducks as both teams still looking for that score.
You know, Joe, due to technical difficulties, you didn't get to answer the question at the top of the broadcast. How are we doing tonight?
Man, doing all right. Looking forward to this Big Ten matchup. Oregon coming in, 0-8 last year, but doing really well this season. And Michigan trying to get back to 500. So this should be a good one all the way around.
We always know that the Big Ten comes out swinging, no matter if they're 0-8 or 8-0. So you are right. We are going to have a good one tonight. 3 receivers to the top. Earl takes the snap. She's hanging in, fires it out of the sidelines, had no one open. Alexa Earl, 1 for 4 to start.
Yeah, Michigan bringing a Marion Martell in late there on a DB blitz and just had to get rid of it.
2 to the top, 2 backs in the backfield with Earl. Earl hands off to Rolowski, lowers his shoulder, gets 5 yards.
Yeah, Rolowski looking good so far this year, 115 per game, comes in with 344. He's going to be the workhorse tonight.
We know this Oregon offense goes as Rolowski goes with the freshman under center of Alexa Earl. 3 receivers to the top, delayed handoff to Rolowski, broken tackle, lowers his shoulder and gets flattened at midfield.
All the way across midfield there for Rolowski, like we just mentioned. He's going to be the workhorse and another good run there.
3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Wide receiver screen, the first one of the night for Oregon as they get the ball to Daxton Bliss Jr. We know Oregon loves their wide receiver screens.
Yeah, good reception there for Daxton Bliss out of Las Vegas.
Trips set to the top. Earl getting pressured. She steps out of it into traffic, and Clayton Cobb probably started heading the other direction before he caught it.
Almost a pick there by the linebacker, but like you said, look to the end zone before he secured the ball. Big 3rd down here.
And a second wide receiver screen of the drive, and this one goes nowhere. Bliss sat down immediately.
Yeah, Quez Richardson coming up right there and making a big play for Michigan. Looking for the Ducks to punt here. We'll see if the Wolverines can get something going.
It's a little bit of a defensive battle to start. We know what Michigan can do on offense. We know what Oregon can do on offense, but what makes the Big Ten is tough defenses. And both of these teams right now are doing just that.
Yeah, both of these defenses stepping up. I tell you what, Ohio State defense really stepped up earlier against Penn State, allowing just 287 total yards for the Nittany Lions.
Oh, absolutely. The Big Ten, top to bottom. Like we said earlier in the broadcast, it doesn't matter what your record is. It's going to be a dogfight. Carter takes the snap, fires it over the middle, has a man in traffic, caught, and he's got room to the 30, to the 20. Can they catch him? No, they can't. Ace Elder, 1 play, 80 yards, Michigan strikes.
Big play right there for the Napa, California native. Big touchdown, his second on the year. Michigan goes up 6-0. Just some blown coverage there, looked like, for the Ducks.
The Duck defender made a play on the ball and didn't secure the tackle. Over on defense, Florida touchdown pass to Shelly Menchaca as they lead Auburn 10-0. 3:45 left in the first quarter on that one.
Could there be an upset brewing over there in the SEC?
It could be. They got a good one going over there on Twitch. We got a good one going over here on YouTube. The first week of conference play is always fun. It's always electric.
You know, Bourne blew it there, missed the field goal a little bit earlier. That was his first miss of the season, now 7 of 8 on the year.
And with a name like Blewett, you don't want to be missing field goals or the memes will roll in left or right.
All right, Michigan finally got something going offensively. Of course, it was that one big play, but now let's see what the Ducks have in store here as the freshman quarterback brings them out.
3 receivers to the top of the screen. Earl in the shotgun. She delays the handoff, calls her own number on the read option, cuts up the middle, has some blockers, falls forward for the first down.
Good run there by Alexa Earl, and again, it's the senior Ryan Downey picking up his second stop of the game.
As Roloski is clearly the workhorse, it might be a good option for Earl to use her legs in the read option game. Play action, she fires it into the sideline, didn't have anybody open. 3 for 8 so far.
Yeah, maybe you catch that Michigan defense sleeping a little bit and looking for Roloski and sneak her out to the outside there and just see what she can do.
Michigan showing blitz. Earl takes the snap. She fires it in the middle, has a man wide open on a sit route. Caught by Daxton Bliss. 14 yards into Wolverine territory.
Stop there by Brock Powers, and a good job by the freshman there picking up the blitz, staying in the pocket, and delivering the big pass. First down for the Ducks as they cross the midfield stripe.
2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Earl takes the snap. She's hanging in the pocket, fires it over the middle, has a man wide open. Matthew Gully for 14 yards.
Yeah, Gully wide open right there. Another good job by Alexa Earl to just see him across the middle. And here we go. Oregon has something cooking.
Michigan hanging back in a zone defense. They're going to test to see if Earl can pick them apart. Right now, she's doing just that. 2-by-2 set. Earl in the shotgun. Fires it over the middle, has a man on a sit route. Again, throwing a stiff arm is Daxton Bliss, and he's into the red zone.
Yeah, another big catch for Bliss there. 3 Wolverines bring him down, and here we go. Ducks have something going in the red zone. Can they answer back that Michigan touchdown?
Brock Powers ended up with the tackle, but you saw him on the sit-down route. He just kept backpedaling. I guess he wasn't looking at what Bliss was doing. 2 receivers to the top of the screen, 2 backs in the backfield with Earl. Earl takes the snap. She hands off to Roloski running up the middle. Roloski breaks the tackle, gets 4 yards.
J.J. Hutchinson on the stop there to break him down after just a 4-yard pickup, but 2nd and 6 at the 11 here for Oregon.
2 receivers to the top, tight end receiver to the bottom. Earl, play action, fires it to a man on the right side. It's Bob McRoberts, I believe, for 6 yards. Move the chains, Ducks.
Another first down for the Ducks. Tyson James on the stop there for Michigan, and Oregon just 5 yards from pay dirt here. Good drive by Alexa Earl so far.
Motion the tight end out of the backfield. Earl hangs in the pocket, fires it to McRoberts again, and he gets leveled.
Yeah, big hit there by Marion Martell, and just another good one. You wonder here, you know, you're at the 4-yard line. Why not go with that workhorse? Why not give it to the junior Ryan Roloski right here?
If I'm Oregon, I'm coming out in a heavy run set. 3 yards left to go, and we're going 4-down territory, and Roloski's the only one that touches this ball. Earl hands off to Roloski, calls her own number, actually. She's getting slung down, gets to the 1.
Yeah, kept it herself there. Kind of fooled me a little bit. I thought it was Roloski with the ball, but here we go from the 1.
2-by-2 set. Earl in the shotgun. She takes the snap. She hands it off to Roloski. Roloski lowers his shoulder, breaks a tackle into the end zone. Ducks on the board.
Good run there. Good drive there for Oregon. You know, for all the yards, he's racked up just the 2nd touchdown of the year for Ryan Roloski. Much deserved for the junior there.
Hard to believe that's only his 2nd touchdown through over 3 games, but Oregon sits at 2-1 on the season, tied up 7-7 with just under a minute left. Joe, what are we looking at right now? Who's going to settle in first?
You know, it's hard to say here as we're almost done with the first quarter. Each team with a couple of turnovers here. I'm going to say whoever wins the turnover battle is going to end up winning this game.
Well, that's typically how it goes, but like you said, each team already with some near turnovers, if not turnovers already in some sense. Three receivers to the top of the screen. McElroy behind Carter. Carter takes the snap, fires it to his man on a drag route, caught by Bobby Black, 7 yards, sets up a 2nd and 3.
Good awareness there for the Wolverines. Wyndham Carter, the senior, finding his guy, and you'll take 7 yards on first down anytime you can get it.
Receivers to the top of the screen again. McElroy in the pistol. Carter fires it to his man on an out route. Toe dragging to his 3rd and inches is Bobby Black.
A little bit of pressure there from Oregon. Now we find ourselves in a 3rd and inches. Can the Ducks stand strong?
Twitch update coming after this play. Carter turns around, hands it to McElroy. McElroy manages to get past the defender. 5-yard run, first down. Over on Twitch, a 31-yard touchdown pass to Duke Hancock. Florida goes up 17-0 on Auburn at the end of the first quarter. And that is going to do it for the first on YouTube as Michigan is tied with Oregon 7-7. You are watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. We are back for the second quarter as Michigan has the ball just outside of the 40-yard line. 2 tight ends set. Carter calls his own number on the read option, running a lot of east to west, not so much north to south, and only gets 2 yards.
Yeah, pretty good job there by the Oregon defense. 4 down defensive linemen on that play and trying to stop what Michigan has working here.
Receivers to the bottom, tight end to the top. Carter fires on a wide receiver screen, and he is met immediately. CJ Jones, 1-yard gain.
Another good play there by the Oregon defense and a big 3rd down here.
Empty set on 3rd and medium for Michigan. 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Carter alone in the backfield. Oregon bringing a blitz. Carter fires it over the middle. Is he going to get there? Dash box for 7 yards. Move the chains, Michigan.
Yeah, good job there to get the first, knowing where the sticks are. And here we go. Michigan has something going.
E to the bottom, tight end to the top. Carter fires it on a wide receiver screen again, and flat. CJ Jones pays the price.
Good stop there. This Oregon defense doing a pretty good job to slow them down, but still a pretty good drive going here by Michigan.
That was number 1 for the Oregon Ducks, Demetrius Toon, laying the wood. That was a hard hit CJ Jones just took. 3 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Carter fires it over to his man on a slant route. Bobby Black for 9 yards as they go into Duck territory.
Yeah, good conversion right there now as they still have a little something going, and let's see what the Duck defense can do here.
Tight ends, motion tight end from left to right. Carter takes the snap, fires it to his tight end on a flat route, throwing a stiff arm. Brian McGuire for 3 yards.
Good play there by the Ducks. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Horn saying in chat.
Pretty good numbers there for Wyndham.
Bobby Black, the stat padding on the slant routes. Buddy, if the offense is moving, that's all that matters. McElroy running left for no gain.
Yeah, good job there by the Ducks, and coming up with that stop, Reggie Bishop.
Empty formation for Michigan.
I'm sorry, Tyrone Evans.
Michigan empty again. Carter fires it over the middle, has a man broken tackle, got to get back to the line. Bobby Black again, slant boy himself.
Yeah, finding some catches here. Bobby coming up big on this, and there you see Carter's numbers, 15 of 18. He's been pretty accurate tonight.
Play drive, only going 45 yards. Michigan moving methodically right now. 3 receivers to the top. Carter on the play action, hanging in the pocket, fires it to his man on an out route, and a deflection by Mo Harris.
Yeah, luckily that one wasn't intercepted because that would have been a pick 6. Good job there by the Michigan defense to hold steady.
Late out routes across the field are never what you want to do if you're a quarterback. Carter should know better than that. 2x2 set. Carter calls his own number on the read option. Needs to cut it up north and south. Cuts it back towards the middle of the field. Gets 9 yards. 3rd and 1.
Pretty good job on the fake there to pick up 9 and getting closer and closer to that red zone, just a yard out here.
3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Carter takes the snap, turns around, hands it to his running back, running up the middle, throwing a stiff arm. It's Terrell Collins. Inside the 5 goes Michigan.
Yeah, first carry of the night for Terrell Collins, and it's a big one. Gets the Wolverines down near pay dirt. See if they can answer right here.
This is a must-convert territory for Michigan. You don't want to settle for 3, especially when you are inside the 5-yard line. 2-by-2 set. Carter in the backfield, hands off to Collins. Collins running up the middle. Untouched touchdown. Michigan up again.
13-7, you would think 14-7. Blewett has not missed an extra point all year. Let's see how this one goes. Good drive there for the Wolverines.
100% bad beat if he didn't miss the extra point, but he didn't. Michigan up 14-7. 6 minutes left in the second quarter.
Still plenty of time for Alexis Earl and the Ducks. See if they can answer back right here. This would be big for them.
As Oregon gets a decent return by Kylan Oden up to the 25. Michigan had a very methodical drive, to say the least. It was 15 plays, Joe. Can we expect Oregon to do the same here?
I'm sure they would love that, but I'm sure, as well, that they would take the 74-yard touchdown here one play if they could get it.
Earl calls her own number on the read option and only gets a yard. Not going to get it in one play, but at least it's a positive gain as Michigan sent the house.
Yeah, 2nd and 9, that Michigan defense, that's what they're trying to do. And as we see those total numbers there, Michigan with about double the yardage on Oregon so far. Let's see what happens here.
Wide receiver screen, University strikes again as Daxton Bliss loses 3 yards on the wide receiver screen. It's going to count as a rush, even though it was a throwing play. You're curious as an empty formation coming out under center.
Yeah, not really sure what's going on there. Now you've got yourself in a 3rd and 12. Michigan looking to get off the field.
Rips to the bottom of the screen. Earl sends her tight end in motion, makes the snap. Gets it to her back on the screen pass. Shocker, Ryan Rolofsky for 9 yards. Gets a good gain, but sets up a 4th and 3.
Yeah, Rolofsky sneaking out of the backfield there, but still a little short. Punt coming up for Oregon.
And I joke about Oregon being wide receiver screen University, but there was a game last week where out of a 10-play stretch, it seemed like 6 or 7 of those plays were wide receiver screens.
Yeah, just trying to figure it out offensively so far tonight. If you're the Oregon defense, you have to be feeling the pressure right now.
Trips to the bottom of the screen. Carter takes the snap, fires it to his man on an out route, caught by Bobby Black. 7 yards, 2nd and 3.
Bobby Black with another reception. He's getting it going here for the Wolverines.
2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Carter with McElroy behind him, turns around and hands to McElroy running right. He's got the good blockers, lowers his shoulder, putting the stiff arm on into opposing territory. Goes to Michigan.
Another drive, it seems, maybe starting here for Michigan, and like you said earlier, just another methodical set of play calling here by the Wolverines.
Trips to the top, play action by Carter, fires it deep downfield, has a man streaking, touchdown CJ Jones, absolute dot by Wyndham Carter.
CJ Jones with a catch there, his 3rd touchdown of the year, and Michigan trying to go up 2 scores here in the first half.
The Oregon defense bit hard on that play action. They saw that Michigan went 15 plays, 75 yards last drive, and they said it's not going to happen again. And the play action hurts them and hurts them bad. 3 plays, 61 yards, touchdown Wolverines. It is now a 2-score game.
2-score game, but if you're Oregon, you're looking at it like this. You still have plenty of time before half here to go down and get a score, and you get the ball coming out of the half. So let's see what happens with the Ducks here on this drive.
There is an opportunity, like you said, for Oregon to double dip, and you have to think that you're going to get Rolofsky going more so in the north and south run game and not so much these wide receiver screens.
Absolutely. Want to get him involved on the ground to open up everything else going on there. And let's see how they handle this drive.
And a switch update coming momentarily. Hand off to Roloski up the middle. Roloski for 6 yards. Over on Twitch, a 41-yard touchdown pass to CJ Jackson as the Gators go up by 21 points, 24-3, with 3:54 left in the first half against Auburn.
Don't think anyone saw that coming. I think all 8 on the content team picked Auburn, in that one.
I am on the content team, and I know I picked Auburn as Earl fires it into the sideline, sets up a 3rd and 4. Feels like a must-convert for Oregon.
Yeah, you would think so. 2 for 5 so far tonight. They really need to make this 3 of 6. This is a crucial part of the ball game right here, even though it's early.
Earl fires it to Roloski. Roloski had the space, and he couldn't get there. He stepped out of bounds, and a punt for the Ducks.
Yeah, you hate that. You probably wish it was a receiver there, a little bit more sideline aware, just stepping out a little early. Had all the yardage he needed to get the first.
He needed 2 yards. He probably had about 5 or 6 in front of him as Michigan, Amarian Xander Martell not going down on the return, 7 yards.
Yeah, for sure. That's one that Roloski wants back. Had the yardage, as you said, for the first. Now here we have Michigan up 2 scores with plenty of time to drive down again. 3:41 remaining in the second. 21-7. Michigan over Oregon.
Trips to the top, fires it to C.J. Jones over the middle. It has been all second quarter for Michigan right now.
Yeah, C.J. Jones also putting together a nice game. Linebacker Jackson Rogers on the stop there. One of the leaders in tackles for this Oregon defense, and they have got to get it figured out.
Trips to the top, 1 to the bottom. Carter hands to McElroy, and McElroy is brought down immediately. Tyrone Evans.
Tyrone Evans, another one of those leaders, his 5th tackle for a loss this season and 2nd sack. Big sack there for Oregon.
He was a bullet shot out of a gun on that play for the Duck defense. Carter hands to McElroy again, running left, throws a stiff arm, gets what he got back, +1, 3rd and 9.
Yeah, good stop there for Oregon. 3rd and 9 right here. If you're the defense, you have to get off the field and give your offense another opportunity to score.
3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Carter takes the snap, fires it to his man on a drag route. Ace Elder, 4th and 6. You'd think that Michigan's going to punt here.
I believe they will. We'll see what happens. That's exactly what they're going to do.
And a Twitch update, a 42-yard pass to Ragnar Wood as Auburn finally gets into the end zone. They trail Florida 24-10 with 3 minutes left in the half.
So over there on Twitch, kind of just like it is here on YouTube, couple score game, but plenty of time left for either of these teams to make a comeback.
Earl fires it to Roloski out of the backfield, and Roloski is sat down immediately. Oregon, super conservative on these last few drives.
Yeah, being conservative, and you wonder why there, and Ryan Downey again coming up with the tackle for Michigan.
And 2:22 ticking down left in this half for Oregon. You'd like to see Alexa Earl start taking some shots downfield and pushing it downfield. 2 backs in the backfield.
Yeah.
Wide receiver screen, gets it to her man, and brought down immediately. Isaiah Love Jr. for 4 yards.
Yeah, Quez Richardson on the stop there. Now you're looking at a 3rd and 5. You almost want to ask where the sense of urgency is for Oregon on offense here.
3 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Earl. She's wasting some clock here. Oregon probably playing the, if we don't convert here, we want to take at least some time off the clock for Michigan.
Yeah, absolutely. Michigan been scoring at will here the last couple of drives, so that very well could be what's going through their minds.
Earl takes the snap. She stays in the pocket, hanging in there, takes a shot downfield. Back shoulder throw is caught. Not going to catch him. 10-5, touchdown. Daxton Bliss Jr., Oregon strikes.
You know, we say all the time, all it takes is one big play here in the CFSL, and there's one for you. Daxton Bliss, the junior out of Las Vegas, brings this thing to within 1 score for Oregon.
That was massive for the Ducks. Had they not converted there, Michigan would have gotten the ball back with a chance to score again before half. Now, as it stands, 1:20 left, 7-point game, 3 timeouts. You expect Michigan to go for it and try to get something here.
Yeah, still plenty of time, really, for what they've been doing and how they've been moving the ball here. So we'll see how they treat it after this extra point.
3 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Carter takes the snap, hangs in the pocket, takes a deep shot downfield into traffic. Ball hits the turf. Mo Harris on the deflection.
So close there for Oregon, but what a stop here. You've got just a little over a minute left in the half. You really want to hold them here, and your offense get the ball back with a chance to tie it up coming out of the half.
Carter fires it to his man on a drag route, throws a nasty stiff arm. Michigan moves the chains. A quick Twitch update. A 57-yard touchdown pass to Duke Hancock, his second of the night. Florida leads Auburn 31-10, 1:41 left in the half. 2x2 set. Carter takes the snap, takes a shot downfield, has an edge streaking, hits him in stride. Ping, 5, touchdown, C.J. Jones.
Another one for C.J. Jones, and like we said, here in the CFSL, it only takes one shot, and there you go, Michigan on the board again.
And it takes only one shot indeed. With how fast touchdowns have been coming in these last 2.5 minutes of game time, 52 seconds is an eternity in the CFSL. Oregon still has plenty of time to get another shot up there.
C.J. Jones now with 2 in the game, 4 on the year for him. Having quite the night here to open up Big Ten play.
28-14, Michigan leads. 52 seconds left in the half. Oregon is going to have a chance to get something going. And with 3 timeouts, you expect Alexa Earl to start taking some shots downfield like she did on the last drive. Oregon's going to get a decent return by Kylan Oden up to the 25-yard line.
All right, 75 yards to go. Let's see what they do here. Will they just take it to the half, go to the locker room, or will they try to get another one of those quick strikes?
I think shocked would be my opinion, to say the least, if they just take it to the half. But 3 receivers to the top of the screen. Earl fires it to her man on a sit route. Again, conservative play calling from Oregon.
Yeah, like I mentioned last drive, you want to see that sense of urgency. Maybe they pick it up here, 2nd and 1. Let's see what's going to happen.
Earl fires it to Matthew Gully on the drag route, 7 yards, first down.
Good pickup there for the tight end, number 15.
3-by-1 set. Earl takes the snap. She's getting hit as she throws into traffic. Amari and Xander Martell with the deflection.
Good play there by Martell, and here we go, 2nd and 10. But, hey, good to see them taking some shots downfield.
I mean, I'd rather an incomplete pass down the sideline than a wide receiver screen. Earl getting pressured, brought down by her shoulder pads. What a sack by Frankie Ragland.
7th tackle of the year for Frankie Ragland. First sack, and a good time for that first one to come.
And a delayed blitz by the Michigan Wolverines sets Oregon up 3rd and way behind the chains. 29 seconds left. Clock is going to run. I'd expect Oregon to either bleed this clock as far as they can or just run the ball right here.
Surely that's what they're going to do. We're going to find out. No, they're going to take a shot.
Earl taking a deep shot. She has a man streaking. Caught by Gully. 44 yards. They're going fast.
Ryan Downey with another stop there. Ducks close to that red zone.
2-by-1 set. Earl in the shotgun. She fires it to Orlowski out of the backfield. 1 yard loss. 6 seconds. 5, 4. They're not calling their timeout. 3, 2, 1. They're not going to get it off. Horrific clock management by the Ducks, and that's going to do it at half. 28-14, Michigan leads Oregon. You are watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. We're finally at the half. Joe, walk me through what we just saw.
I'm still sitting here scratching my head. At the very least, you call it timeout, go for the field goal there. Your kicker, Lathan Auger, 7 of 8 on the year. At least take the points, but they decide to let the clock run out. I just don't understand it.
Even if you're not set on the field goal, the timeout does nothing. You can't take it with you to half. It's not like it rolls over. So use the timeout and at least give it a shot at the end zone. But just poor clock management by the freshman quarterback, and just it's an opportunity miss for the Ducks offense where they could have cut it down to an 11-point game where it seems like points could be at a premium. At these first half stats, Michigan dominating in the passing yards, rush yards pretty even, time of possession pretty even, but Oregon with the one turnover, not looking good right now.
Yeah, you wonder, there's been a couple times we've questioned tonight where the sense of urgency is on the offense for the Ducks. You're a younger team here playing an experienced Michigan team. You got to get points when you can get them. And so far, we're just not seeing that from Oregon.
And it's going to be an opportunity for Oregon in the second half to stage a little bit of a comeback and see if they can get their first Big Ten win of the season. They're going to start with the ball first on offense. I'd like to see Rolosky get involved, but this sense of urgency needs to be present from play one.
Yeah, and you wonder why earlier in the game we haven't seen more of Rolosky up the middle, hitting it north and south to maybe open up that passing game. Maybe we see a little bit of that to start the second half.
And it might be a credit to the Michigan defense queuing in on Rolosky as Rolosky gets the delayed draw and brought down immediately. Tackled for loss by J.J. Hutchinson.
Yeah, good stop there for Hutchinson. Coming into the game, one of the leaders for Michigan, one of those experienced players that we've mentioned.
Three receivers to the bottom. Earl in the shotgun. Play action to Rolosky. She's hanging in the pocket. She's rolling right. She's getting pressured. Fires it into the sideline before she's sacked.
Yeah, big stop there for Michigan coming out. The defense continuing to do what they did in the first half there, and that's just makes this a hard night for the freshman quarterback.
2-by-2. Earl in the shotgun. Fires it deep downfield. Streaking in between the zone coverage goes Gully. His second 40-plus yard game. He's over 100.
Yeah, another big catch there by the tight end, Matthew Gully.
Gully 4 catches, over 115 yards, nearing 120, has been a lightning bolt for this Oregon offense as of late. 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Earl, she takes the snap. She's got Rolosky on a screen. Michigan's at the house. Can Rolosky get to the edge? Breaks a tackle. First and goal, Oregon.
All right, here we go. Ducks have something cooking. On a night that we figured that Rolosky would be heavily involved, Matthew Gully and Daxton Bliss Jr. have both really stepped up for this Duck offense.
And it's a benefit to a team like the Oregon Ducks to have guys that can do it when your workhorse isn't. Wide receiver screen again to Gully for 5 yards. Gets a favorable push from the Michigan defender.
Yeah, closer to pay dirt for the Ducks here, and this is what they wanted to come out and do to start this second half. So far, a very good drive.
Rolosky brought down inside the 1. You have to think he's going to get it either on 1, if not 2 consecutive plays. This is a must-convert touchdown spot for the Oregon Ducks. 3 receivers to the bottom. Odin in the backfield. Earl calls her own number. She lowers her shoulder. She's brought down. Doesn't cross the plane.
Big stop there for Michigan. What do the Ducks do here? They're going to go for the 3.
I really feel like if you're inside the 1 right here, if you're Oregon, especially with 2 backs like Kylan Odin and Ryan Rolosky, you have to just go for it. And even if you don't convert, you're putting the Michigan offense way backed up. But points are points, 28-17.
Yeah, 8th field goal of the year there for Lathan Auger, the sophomore kicker out of Laramie, Wyoming. But, hey, at least he got points. Good way to start the second half there for Oregon.
And this is an opportunity now for Michigan to extend it to a 3-score lead with a touchdown. Wyndham Carter and this offense have looked methodical. They've looked explosive. Quite frankly, they've looked unstoppable. 3-by-1 set. Handoff to McElroy up the middle for a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, they've made it look easy so far tonight. And I tell you what, picking up 4 yards on first down, you'll take that every time. The sophomore out of Dexter, Iowa, having himself a night. And, hey, why not just ride him right here?
Oregon showing blitz. 3-by-1 set. Getting pressured is Carter into traffic. Matthew Nelson on the deflection.
Nelson having himself a pretty good night for the Ducks there. Big third down here for the Oregon defense.
Empty formation for Michigan. 3-by-2 set. Carter takes the snap. He's looking, hanging in the pocket, getting pressured. Off his back foot into traffic. Knocked away. Luckily, it wasn't intercepted. Punt coming up for Michigan.
Good play there. Mo Harris, Tyrone Evans, both around the ball. Good stop for the Oregon defense. The offense comes out second half and scores. Defense comes out and gets a stop. We got ourselves a ball game.
Oregon is going to have great field position. If they don't muff the punt, they catch it on the bounce and manage to get back up to midfield.
Pretty good starting field position here. Let's see what Alexa Earl, Ryan Roloski, and this Oregon offense comes out and does on their second drive of the second half.
Now that they're not as backed up, it wouldn't shock me if they tried to run Roloski a little bit more and play a little bit of ball control. And on the screen pass, Earl just heaves it a mile into the sideline.
Yeah, and you had the left side of the field seemingly wide open for a Roloski run there, but you go with the pass. Let's see what they do here on 2nd and 10.
And off to Roloski. He gets it this time up the middle for 3 yards into Michigan territory, but 3rd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, we just saw the Oregon defense stand tall on 3rd down. Will Michigan answer back right here?
3-by-1 set. Earl in the shotgun. She takes the snap. They have a screen to the left for Roloski. The linemen aren't going to block him, and he goes nowhere. 4th and 7, Oregon. Are they going to go for it?
We'll see, but what a job there by Clayton Cobb to get out there and bring him down, and the Ducks are going to punt.
We could see a for the brand moment here for Oregon as the punt is away, and it's going to careen into the end zone by about a mile, and Michigan's going to take over at the 20.
Yeah, as a former punter myself there, you want to coffin corner that, try to back the Wolverines up, but going to bring it out, spotted at the 20, and here we go. Wyndham Carter bringing his guys out.
It's an opportunity for the Michigan offense to learn from their last drive where Carter threw back-to-back plays that easily could have been intercepted. You have to think that Michigan's going to get back to feeding McElroy on the early downs and setting up the play action for guys like Bobby Black and C.J. Jones. 3 receivers from the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Carter motions his tight end from left to right, calls his audibles, and hands off to McElroy, calls his own number on the read option, lowers his shoulder, 2-yard gain.
Yeah, a little bit of a fake out there. I thought for sure that McElroy was the one with the ball, but not very much there on 1st down. Good job by Oregon to start this drive.
2 tight ends set. Carter on the play action, rolling out, fires it across his body. Theo Marcos in the area, but the ball hits the turf.
Big 3rd down upcoming. Can the Oregon defense get off the field once again? And if you're the Michigan offense, you got to get things going.
2-by-2 set. Carter fires it downfield, has a man on a post route, caught by C.J. Jones. 1 tackle, 2 tackles, up near midfield for 25 yards.
C.J. Jones just continuing his big game here tonight to open up Big Ten play.
8 catches, nearing the 200-yard mark is C.J. Jones. If you're Wyndham Carter, that's who you need to be looking for deeper downfield, and you need to be looking for Bobby Black on these checkdowns. 2 tight ends set. McElroy behind Carter in the pistol. Carter takes the snap. Play action again. He's getting pressured. Plants his feet, fires across his body. Finds a man. Richard Powers for 16 yards.
Yeah, a good job there by Wyndham Carter to just keep his composure, find the tight end, and move the sticks. I'm starting to wonder, is Oregon a little bit intimidated? The fact that they haven't beaten Michigan since season 12, is that playing between their ears tonight?
My goodness, season 12 was a hot minute ago. Hand off to McElroy running up the middle. Season 12, I was on Michigan from seasons 15 to 19, so we never beat Oregon whenever we played them, so that was a while ago.
Yeah, 6 straight wins in this series for Michigan, and here the offense moving the ball, trying to add another score and trying to make that 7 in a row tonight.
2 set. Carter takes the snap, fires it to his man on a slant route. 1st down, Richard Powers.
Starting to find the tight end there, and Michigan just driving the ball, eating up some clock. Here we go.
We're going to screen, one to the top. McElroy behind Carter. Carter takes the snap, play action, rolling out. Plants his feet, fires it to his man on out route, dash, pots with a toe jack swag, nearing a goal-to-go situation.
Michigan continuing to just push the ball down the throat of the Oregon Ducks here on this drive.
3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Carter takes the snap, hangs in the pocket, fires it to the top of the screen, has the man on an out route, caught by Dash Potts.
Good job there. Dash Potts turns it upfield, but just too close to the sideline there. 2nd and 6 to go for the Michigan Wolverines.
And off to McElroy up the middle, does a little hurdle, too much zigging and zagging. 1 yard gain. Over on Twitch, a 2-yard touchdown run by Jack Schmidt as the Gators take a commanding 38-13 lead over Auburn with 4:33 left in the third quarter. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Carter takes the snap, hanging in the pocket, fires it to his man on a sit down, had to come back to it. 4th and 4 coming up for Michigan.
Yeah, big stop there for the Ducks. Michigan here going for the field goal. Let's see if Blewett can redeem himself from earlier.
28-17 now, and he missed it again. Oh my goodness, Jester Blewett, what is going on?
Wow, came into the game perfect in the previous 3, now has missed 2 tonight, and man, just cost his team 3 points there. Good stop for Oregon. Let's see if the offense can answer back.
You have to think that the 17-mile-an-hour winds tonight is playing a factor into that as Orlowski gets 10 yards, first down for the Oregon Ducks.
Yeah, nice run straight up the middle there for Orlowski, and once again, it's the senior Ryan Downey making the stop for Michigan. He's been very active in that defensive backfield.
Earl under center. Turns around and hands it to Orlowski. Orlowski up the middle. First down near midfield. The Ducks are getting the run game going.
Yeah, here we go. This is what we thought they would do earlier in the game. They've waited a little bit later in the night to decide to do this. Caden Hutchinson on the stop for Michigan. Another first down for the Ducks.
Receivers from the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Earl fires it on a wide receiver screen and overshoots her receiver. 2nd and 10.
All right, let's see what they decide to do here on 2nd down. Getting near midfield. Pretty good drive so far.
3 receivers to the top. Earl takes the snap. She's looking. She calls her own number. She's running right. She breaks 1 tackle. She can't get there. 2-yard gain, 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 going to be a big-time opportunity here for Michigan to get off the field.
2-by-2 set. Oregon takes the snap. Earl looking, fires it deep downfield into traffic. Hits the turf. Amari and Xander Martell with the 2nd deflection of the night. Oregon gonna punt.
Yeah, Martell gonna wish he had that one back. Had a chance for the interception, but still a good job by by Alexa Earl to just stay in the pocket, take the hit, and get the ball off.
The ball skyrockets into the end zone on that punt. Touchback for Michigan. You have to think that with Blewett's 2 missed field goals tonight, that Michigan might be in a little bit of a go-for-it territory. The closer that they get, Blewett may not see the field outside of PATs.
Yeah, you probably at this point think so. A lot of wind tonight. It's kind of cold out there. Obviously, he's off. You probably just take your chances on 4th down from here on out.
When Wyndham Carter is 27 of 35 for nearly 400 yards and 3 touchdowns, that's a pretty good gamble to make. 3 receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Carter turns around, hands it to McElroy. McElroy running right, lowers his shoulder, 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, stop there on the play by number 55, Tyrone Evans. He's starting to rack up a lot of tackles tonight, but 2nd and 6 here for Michigan.
3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Oregon showing blitz. Turns around, hands to McElroy. McElroy running left, breaking a tackle, fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good stop there. Mark Kingston Keene coming up and making a play. Big 3rd down here for Michigan. Let's see if they can convert.
We have another Twitch update coming momentarily. 3-by-1 set. Carter fires it to his man on a drag route. Caught, broken tackle is Ace Elder. Over on Twitch. It is a 76-yard touchdown pass to to Stacy Smith. Florida grows the lead again, 45-13 over Auburn. 2:28 left in the third. Carter hangs in, fires it to the top of the screen, has Bobby Black for 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Ace Elder on his reception now, just 2 yards away from 100. Bobby Black been quiet the second half. There's his first reception.
Carter calls his own number on the read option, and he's got room. He's got downfield blockers, 25 yards for the quarterback.
A lot of room there for the quarterback as he makes a big play, taking the Wolverines down near the red zone now.
Michigan has a chance to keep their foot on the gas here and extend the lead further. 2 receivers to the top of the screen, tight end receiver to the bottom. Carter takes the snap, turns around, hands it to his running back. Running left, it is Collins for 0 yards, sets up a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, nice stop there for the Ducks. You have to think that defense for Oregon now is starting to feel a little bit of pressure, knowing they need to get off the field and get their offense the ball.
By 2 set, Carter turns around, hands to Collins. Collins running up the middle, 5-yard gain.
Good pickup there for Collins, and again another stop there by Tyrone Evans. He's up to about 5 tackles on the night, going to go for about 22 on the year so far. 3rd and 5.
Screen pass to McElroy, needed 5, got 6. Wolverines move the chains.
Yeah, Michigan doing another job here, another good job here, just extending a drive. They've had a couple of these long drives tonight.
Tight end set. Carter hanging in the pocket, stepping to his right, fires it back left on a drag route, caught by Ace Elder. Inside the red zone go the Wolverines.
Yeah, Ace now over 100 yards, 5 for 110 on that catch, and Oregon not able to stop Michigan once again.
Michigan leads the Oregon Ducks 28-17. You are watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. Get those 4s up in chat. We got 1 more quarter. Michigan in the red zone, knocking on the door of points again. 2 tight ends set. McElroy behind Carter. Carter takes the snap, calls his own number on the read option. He's got some blockers, got to run north-south. Gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Wyndham Carter. Michigan jumps the 3-score lead.
Yeah, just a good job there. Good job to seal the fake, take it to the left, and goes in almost untouched.
Untouched indeed until he was in the end zone where he paid the price. But again, 10 plays, 76-yard drive, over 2 minutes of game time. Michigan now leads by 18, and with just under 9 minutes left, for an Oregon offense that has looked conservative to say the least, it is a tall task for the freshman quarterback now.
Yeah, you know, very, very unlike Oregon early in the game to not rely on Ryan Roloski. Now you're in a position where you can't really give it to him north and south. You're going to have to take some shots downfield if you're the Ducks.
We've seen them be able to do it. It's just they haven't done it enough. 2-by-2 set. Earl in the shotgun, screen to Roloski right. And Roloski is dropped immediately. 2-yard gain.
Yeah, it's going to take more than 2 yards here and there. If you're Oregon at this point in the contest, you have to get away from that screen game.
2-by-2 set. Earl in the shotgun. Michigan bringing pressure. She fires it to Bob McRoberts on a flat route. Broken tackle. 6-yard gain.
Yeah, McRoberts going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Call it 3rd and 3. Michigan looking to get off the field here.
Earl is over 300 yards passing on the night, but the trails by 3 scores now. Earl hanging in the pocket, fires it to her back out of the backfield. Roloski can't break the tackle. 4th and 3. Does Oregon go for it?
You know, you're in a position a couple scores down. They are going to go for it here, but, hey, these extended handoffs pretty much, you got to get away from them. Let's take a shot downfield.
They are going to go for it, so this is now or never for the Ducks, and they're getting pressured. Ball's on the turf. Michigan's on it. 2nd turnover of the night.
And, hey, there he is again, that man, Marion Xander Martell, with another big hit. This one possibly a deal breaker here for the Michigan Wolverines. What a game by AXM.
Dominic Barfield in chat. Shout out to the new color guy, Joe Cumberland, and the weird play-by-play. Dominic, don't even get me started. McElroy running up the middle, cuts right, cuts left, cuts back left again, inside the 10. Goes Colin McElroy and the Michigan Wolverines.
McElroy now 75 yards on the night, 14 carries. Hey, it's that time of the ball game. Just keep giving it to him. First and goal here. Let's give it to him again.
I'd expect Michigan to either run a little bit of a read option with McElroy and Carter, or just give it to McElroy immediately. Carter drops back, two-step drop, fires into his man on an out route. Touchdown, Ace Elder. Easy pitch and catch for the Michigan Wolverines.
4 touchdowns on the night now for Wyndham Carter as Michigan goes up 41-17, pending the PAT. And, you know, we talked about it. Whoever gets the turnovers is going to win this game. Michigan now with 2 and up big here in the 4th.
You did call it. Whoever wins the turnover battle will win the game. And now Michigan leads by 25 points. That is officially a 4-score game. Oregon, backs are on the wall. They are up against the ropes here. They need something, and they need it fast.
Yeah, got to start taking some shots downfield with Alexa Earl. Let her get it out to those receivers. Daxton Bliss Jr. had a really big first half. You got to look for him. Matthew Gully had a good first half. Got to find some of those guys downfield here.
Maybe Oregon listening to those of us in the booth. It's an empty set for Earl. Earl fires it on an out route to Bob McRoberts, throws a man off, then gets laid out. 14 yards, Oregon first down.
Yeah, another big hit there by AXM, but a little bit too late. First down, Ducks.
3-by-1 set for Oregon at the top of the screen. We have a Twitch update coming momentarily. Earl takes the snap, fires it deep downfield, has a man. Gully paid the price. What a hit.
Yeah, you know, usually it's Bob McRoberts leading the way for the tight ends for these Ducks, but Matthew Gully showing up here tonight. Excuse me, he is a wide receiver, Matthew Gully there, but, man, just a good night for him, and the Ducks should have been doing this all along.
Earl fires it to her man on an out route. Staying up, fighting is Devontae Eastland for 17 yards. Over on Twitch, Auburn clawing back. A 13-yard touchdown to Bobby Green. They trail Florida 45-23, 8:29 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it looks like they've got another good one going over there. We'll see how that one is. But right here, almost a little under 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 42-17, Michigan leading Oregon, but Oregon driving.
You have to think that when Oregon gets back on defense, they're going to need a turnover, at least one. Earl hangs in the pocket. She fires it to her left side on an out route. Bob McRoberts gets his toe in, sets up a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, defensively, you're going to be looking for a turnover, but you have to get some pressure on Wyndham Carter here. He has just had plenty of time tonight, and he's made them pay.
Screen pass to Rolowski again, and it goes nowhere. They lose what they just had. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, good stop there for Hayes Adams, the defensive tackle, coming up with the stop for Michigan. And we have a 3rd and 10, and you have to think that this is 2-down territory. You can't go for the field goal here if you're Oregon.
Considering they went for it on 4th down significantly earlier in this game and well in their own territory, I'd have to agree that this is 4-down territory. 3-by-1 set. Earl hanging in the pocket. She fires it into the end zone, into traffic, deflected by Ryan Downey. 4th and 10.
Yeah, the senior having himself quite a game, and you know that a little bit to the left or right there, and that's a touchdown for Alexa Earl.
3-by-1 set, 4th and 10. Michigan not bringing anybody. Alexa fires into the end zone. Finds Derek Stewart. 30-yard frozen rope by the freshman.
Yeah, great throw there. Great route by Stewart. And here we go. 42-23 pending the PAT for the Ducks. And, hey, Alexa has looked good throwing it down the field tonight when she's had time.
Yes, she has. The problem is that she hasn't had a lot of time, and when she has, they've run screens. And Stewart is a walk-on for the Oregon Ducks. Oregon going with an onside kick. And Michigan with the easy recovery. Bobby Black on the return sets up a 1st and 10 for Michigan, just under 6 minutes left.
Yeah, really easy recovery on that onside kick. Sets Michigan up with pretty good field position here.
3-by-1 set. Carter hanging in the pocket. Takes a deep shot downfield into the sideline.
Well, I thought Michigan may come out and try to run some time off the clock, but why not go for the quick hitter there?
I mean, considering Oregon just scored, it makes sense. Oregon showing blitz. Carter hangs in, finds his man on a delayed in route. It's Bobby Black for 6 yards.
Yeah, good job there. Jackson Rogers with the stop for the Ducks. 3rd and 4. Let's see if the Duck defense can dig their toes in here for a stop.
2-by-2 set, screen to McElroy, and the Ducks stand tall. McElroy loses a yard, 4th and 6.
Good job by Reagan Sin, the defensive end, to get out there and bring down the running back. Let's see what Michigan decides to do here.
You have to think that based off of where they are, Michigan would be punting or not. They are in a little bit of no man's land, so they are going to go for it. 3-by-1 set. Carter in the backfield. McElroy behind in the pistol. Carter takes the snap. Hanging in the pocket, getting pressured. Brought down. Turnover on downs. Sack. Ducks back on offense.
A.J. Lucier with a big stop there. Here we go. Oregon at midfield with a shot to make this an 11-point ball game, possibly a 10-point ball game.
Wait and see what happens here for Oregon, but that's what you needed. It was a technically it'll count as a turnover because it is a turnover on downs, but Oregon at the 45 going out. 3 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Running a screen pass again to Rolosky. Shelved the screens, Oregon. 2-yard loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another just head scratcher. You have to wonder at this point, what is the thought process for the Oregon offensive coordinator with this play calling?
I mean, maybe it's we're going to keep doing it in the hopes that it will eventually work. But, I mean, when you're clawing back by this much in a game, you can't really be doing that. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Earl, another screen to Rolosky. This time he's got a little bit of room. 5-yard gain, 3rd and 8.
Yeah, finding yourself in a 3rd and 8. We just talked about how Alexa Earl has looked good throwing the ball down the field when she's had time. I just really don't get these screens right here.
3-by-1 set, tight end to the top of the screen. Earl hanging in the pocket, and she is dropped. Sacked on the play, 7-yard loss, Clayton Cobb.
Yeah, nowhere to go, nothing to do on that one. Clayton Cobb coming through completely untouched. Super easy sack for the linebacker.
The 4th and 15 coming up for the Oregon Ducks. It's go-for-it territory. It's been go-for-it territory for about 3 drives. I'm going to lose my mind if I see a screen here. 3-by-1 set. Earl, it's another screen. Gets the pass to Rolosky. He's got a long way to go, and he's not going to get there. Turnover on downs for Oregon.
I mean, just unreal. Not even giving your receivers, your big playmakers, Daxton Bliss Jr., Isaiah Love, Matthew Gully, not even giving them a chance with these screens.
3 receivers to the top. Carter fires it over the middle, has a man, Bobby Black, for 10 yards.
Caden Hutchinson, the corner, with another stop there for Oregon, but not after a 1st down for Michigan.
Bobby Black being a PPR merchant tonight, 11 catches for 84 yards. Carter hands off to McElroy. McElroy running right, throws a stiff arm, not going to break it. 1-yard rush, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, tried his best to get away there, but just not going to get away from Tyrone Evans, one of those strong linebackers for the Ducks. 2nd and 9.
3 to the top, tight end to the bottom. Carter takes the snap, fires it on a wide receiver screen to his man who flattened is Richard Powers.
Yeah, Richard Powers with the catch, but absolutely nowhere to go. And another big play there for number 23, Matthew Nelson Jr. for Oregon. 3rd and 8 right here.
3rd and long for Michigan. Depending on the win tonight, they may be in a little bit of a go-for-it territory, but we'll wait and see. 2-by-2 set. Carter hanging in the pocket, or hanging in right now. I'm going to manually start chewing some clock. Michigan recognizes up 18, just at the 3-minute mark. They have control of this game, and they can keep their foot down and put the proverbial nail in this coffin right here if there are any points scored on this drive. Carter hanging in, fires it deep down the field to the end zone. Touchdown, Bobby Black. Over the century mark goes BB, Carter's 5th of the night.
Yeah, big night for Carter, and touchdowns don't get much easier than that. Now under 3 minutes left in the ball game. That's one if you're Oregon that you wish you didn't give up. But here we are, 48-24, pending the PAT. Michigan up on Oregon.
Under 3 minutes to go, you have to believe that a 25-point game, this might be a little bit too steep of a comeback to make as the fans are celebrating here in the big house. Well, if you're Oregon, you want to get something going to carry into next week. Conference play is 5 weeks long, and this is only 1 week. You still have your entire season in front of you. Over on Twitch, a 1-yard touchdown pass to Ragnar Wood as Auburn fights back. Florida still leads 48-30 with 4:19 left in the game.
Good return here for the Ducks up to the 39-yard line. Let's see what Alexa Earl can do.
Earl calls her own number on the read option, and she is going nowhere. The Wolverine defense all over it. Amari and Xander Martell doing it all tonight.
Yeah, he and Hayes Adams there to make sure that she doesn't get out of the pocket, doesn't get to the edge and go anywhere. 2nd and 12 coming up for Oregon.
Really curious to see if we're going to see a screen on this drive or not. 2-by-2 set, Earl in the shotgun. There's the wide receiver screen, and it is deflected. Solved all the space he had. He couldn't hold on to it.
Almost a pick there. 3rd and 12 for Oregon. Under 3 minutes left in the ball game.
Fires it to her man over the middle of the field, Devontae Eastland for 7 yards. 4th and 5. Oregon letting too much clock come out, and this is a wave of the white flag for the Ducks. They're not going to go for it. Punting away to Michigan. Just over 2 minutes left. It's safe to say that the fat lady is making her way to the stage.
Yeah, you would think that, as you mentioned, pretty much waving the white flag there for Oregon. Michigan just has to come out here, control some clock, and this could be the end of it.
We should see a lot of Colin McElroy and maybe Terrell Collins on this drive as McElroy runs left, breaks a tackle, gets 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, 2nd and 7 coming up for Michigan. They're probably just going to continue to run. Another stop there by Marquentin King, his 6th of the night.
2 tight ends to the bottom of the screen. Carter under center, going to bleed the clock down as much as he can. Turns around, hands it to McElroy, and the Oregon defense selling out on the run. Gets 2 yards, sets up a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, good job there by the Oregon defense. Number 97, Zayden Hawthorne, going to be in on that stop along with a couple of others here. 3rd and 5.
3-by-1 set for Michigan as Carter is going to manually bleed this clock. McElroy behind him motions his tight end from right to left. Gonna hang in there. Like I said, manually bleed this clock down to as little as they could possibly get it. Carter.
Well under.
Carter finds his man on a drag route, fighting for the yard to gain. First down, Ace Helder.
Ace Helder with a very nice game tonight, and that reception pretty much going to end it. That should do it here with 38 seconds left.
Michigan not coming out in a victory formation. They're just going to run probably 1, maybe 2 more plays as McElroy gets 4 yards. And based off of the clock, that should do it. Here in the big house on Tuesday night, the Michigan Wolverines protect home field and get their first Big Ten win of the season, defeating the Oregon Ducks 49-24. Joe, wrap it up for us.
Yeah, first week of action here in the Big Ten. Oregon won 2 to start the year. They've now dropped 2. Michigan going to also go to 2-2, but more importantly, win a game here in the Big Ten. Hey, Michigan may be a force to be reckoned with. That offense looked really good tonight.
That they did. Thank you to our executive producer, Mike Peters. Thank you to our associate producer, Austin Crow. You have been watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. My name is Cade Padgett. Joining me in the booth tonight was Joe Cumberland. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. Head over to Twitch. Auburn and Florida are still duking it out with just over 2 minutes left. And join us tomorrow night as Tennessee travels to Alabama at 6:30 and Virginia Tech travels to Notre Dame at 8:30. We look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow night as conference play gets going here in the CFSL.